from the mayor, if y'all ain't learned that yet. The mayor, not the trustees that don't do nothing, that only run their mouth. Y'all don't do no work, no work.
Hide the money, y'all. There's poor people around. With your broke ass.
Every election. So now, because they can't beat me, they got to do this smear campaign to convince public opinion that I'm bad for them.
So you said 2 elections. You were first elected in 2021?
No, 2013 was my first election for trustee. I was a trustee. I sat where they are.
Right.
That's why I know the law.
Dolton Council.
Yes.
Elected mayor 2021.
Yes.
Terms 4 years?
Yes.
Okay. Plans of running for re-election?
I'm running for both my seats. And I'm going to win them.
So, and when is the election for Thornton Township?
2025.
So those elections at the same time?
They are.
Bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit.
Answer. Because you
Let's go.
Every election.
Wait a minute. Let's do this right.
I could not be here breathing and be comfortable if I was really as bad as they was making it. You know, nobody could be around me. So for me to be this calm, I must have some kind of inner peace. And my inner peace is knowing that once everybody take the time to really see what type of person I am, you'd be surprised that I stuck around this long. I have to make the life that I do live as happy as I can and try to do the best with what I have. You know, live the best life I can live, be as happy as I can be. Nothing is perfect for anybody. I don't know.
Boys, I swear, I think I figured it out. You know why they don't want us redneck brothers and sisters and the hood brothers and sisters getting along? You know why? Because we'd be unstoppable. I'm telling you right now, we would shut shit down.
You already know what we'll do. We'll shut shit down. Yes, we are in the algorithm today. We're keeping you guys entertained. I want to say shout out to the Levi family. Thank you for being here with Grace Levi. We got a special live to do because Miss Tiff is still talking mess, okay? She is still misconstruing the facts. And what we're going to do is look at the full video that she released on her. Let me see. Hold on one second. As I had to do something that she released on her page because people were like, okay, what we about to see? You know, what we about to see. And again, I don't think we saw any receipts, but we're going to watch this and we're going to compare and contrast what happened because we did not go over the video or let's say the news broadcast that Tiffany Henyard did with her lawyer. Okay, stop it. So that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to hit it. But before we do that, y'all know I was searching. I was looking. So I was being a creep, looking for the receipts and nothing. And nothing again.
Hey guys, this is Super Mayor Tiffany Henyard, the people's mayor. So
I'm about to do this one again. So y'all remember this video? So look, listen to this. This was the best part though. Listen to this, y'all. Remember this?
you guys doing a lot of snitching, and y'all went and got my site shut down, man.
Yo, I never heard a mayor say that. That was you doing a lot of snitching, and you got my website shut down. That's monumental. I'm gonna have to cut that right there and make that one of our. You're doing a lot of snitching, yeah. You doing a whole lot of lies and fib telling. I just wanted to show that clip, show her best part on there. That's the last receipt that we have seen. So right now, what we're gonna see is Tiffany and her lawyer talk about what happened between her goons and Jedidiah and herself, let's say herself, because she was definitely in the fight. So what I'm seeing here is that I believe a lot of content creators put out the fact we had slow motion for you, all types of stuff, different angles. And you're going to hear him say, basically, they can't control the narrative. So instead of telling the truth or just taking the whole glass and shut the hell up, this is what they're doing right now. And this is not even good damage control. Hold on one second. Not even. So let's listen to this. And then we're going to do a little flashback. I want to say shout out to everyone who watched our breakdown of what happened to Jedidiah. Grace still broke that down. And then one of our other videos got like 16,000 views. So shout out to everyone who took the time to watch that, because that may be one of the videos that got in their ass, because the truth shall be told. Let's get it.
The violence at the town meeting last week has been grossly misreported by pretty much all outlets as far as we can.
Something at a local board meeting outside of Chicago, with the self-proclaimed super mayor Tiffany Henyard at the center.
The story has been about the mayor getting involved in what we'll call a brawl in town hall. But no one, from what I can see, has bothered to look carefully at what happened. The truth has been lost in the spectacle. And to begin with, the man who started but no one, from what I can see, has bothered to look carefully at what happened. The truth has been lost. In the spectacle. The truth has been lost in the spectacle. And to begin with, the man who started the whole problem that night at Town Hall is certainly not some concerned citizen who is there to speak his mind. That's how he has been portrayed, but that is false. This man's name is Jedidiah Brown.
Thank you. I was on mute. Thank you. Thank you. Look at that. Look at that. Now we're going to have to replay it. Thank you, guys. Let's do it one more time. Hold on one second. Hold on. I got it. I know I was mute. Thank you. My back phone went. As soon as it went, I knew I was mute. Thank you, guys. I didn't look at the comments. I will not mute my mic. What ended up happening is that my mic been going mute when I press play. So I'm going to make sure that it's not mute. Now let's just replay, and I'm going to edit that out. Let's replay it, because what I was saying right here, and I don't know how much I was mute, how far, but we only on a few minutes in. Let's do this. Rewind. I ain't afraid. Let's hold on. Let's do it fucking officially, because I don't even know how long I was mute. Thank you to my favorite phrase. We back. All right, let's get it. Now, what I was saying is that Tiffany Henyard is making a claim, her and her lawyer, that there was a knife, and we're going to listen to their other claims. But what I was showing you is that we wanted to see what he was circling. What was circled, because it looks like to me that he actually told on his client. So let's play this. I love you, my favorite resident. Thank you, thank you.
Outlets as far as we can.
Lifting at a local board meeting outside of Chicago, with the self-proclaimed super mayor Tiffany Henyard at the center.
The story has been about the mayor getting involved in what we'll call a brawl in town hall. But no one, from what I can see, has bothered to look carefully at what happened. The truth has been lost in the spectacle.
Now, this is what I wanted to highlight now. This is what I was highlighting when I was mute. I was like, okay, what is he circling? Let's see what he's circling. Is it a knife or what? And you tell me what you see if you didn't hear what I said. Okay?
The truth.
Now, what you see right here is Kamal hands. Excuse me. Kamal hands. Now, I thought this is what I was doing. I was doing this. I thought that Kamal hands was going over his head trying to protect himself. But when you watch this video that this lawyer is releasing, it looks like Kamal hands is trying to grab Jedidiah. We're going to watch this one more time without me pausing it. It's in a little slower motion.
Bother to look carefully at what the truth has been lost.
So to me, I don't know what you guys have seen. You want me to slow it down a little bit? It looks like Kamal was trying to grab Jedidiah instead of trying to swing like a man would. I thought he was doing the windmill, but obviously it looked like a grab. So you did a great job, lawyer. I forgot your name, but you did a great job. You're actually showing that your client was actually trying to grab Jedidiah. But let's play this.
And the spectacle.
And then he got donged in the head.
And to begin with, the man who started the whole problem that night at Town Hall is certainly not some concerned citizen who's there to speak.
I guess they tried to circle Jedidiah hands, because I did look at that myself. And when I looked at it, I was like, damn, is he throwing up the C sign? But when I looked at it, it looked like he had his crooked ass fingers up with his middle finger, because I looked at it. Y'all know that I'm not taking up for this man. I'm going to just tell y'all, we just going to keep it real. If y'all only knew. But the real is real. So I look, because the first thing, I don't need to be putting my reputation online for nobody who don't give a damn about me or what the hell going on. But because this involved Thornton and Dolton, as well as Tiffany funky ass, I'm on it like kryptonite. So again, what I saw, we're going to play it and look and see, because he circled it in a manner like that's supposed to mean something. So I would assume he's trying to say that Jedidiah is in the gang, and Jedidiah ain't even built like that. I'm just going to be real. Jedidiah too self-absorbed to be in the gang. Shut up. I had to say it. Let's play it in slow motion.
Certainly not
Middle finger.
Some concerned citizen.
Do y'all need to see it again? Y'all can play this video yourself in slow motion. I would not put my motherfucking nothing on the line for this man. Shut up, Grace Levi. But I'm telling the truth. And truth be told, that wasn't what they were trying to present. Let's move forward.
He was there to speak his mind. That's how he has been portrayed, but that is false. This man's name is Jedidiah Brown.
So he's trying to show Jedidiah as being unhinged. This is what they're trying to portray.
And Jedidiah Brown is,
even though he is little unhinged, but it's okay. Let's get it.
Is not just some random citizen who has an opinion. This is a person who's created a whole social media campaign for himself.
Also, I have to show this. This was something that I found alarming in this particular situation. Jedidiah was not correct for running towards Andrew Holmes. Okay, but the position Jedidiah was going was this way, which was directly like diagonal to where you see him at now. And in my head, I was like, how the hell he get back there? And why would they be pushing him in the back of where Henyard is actually at? That's dumb as hell. But I think this is short arm Lacey or whoever this is supposed to be. But instead of taking this man who's supposed to be unhinged and going towards Andrew home, that's why I had to be indifferent. I have to be real. Why you didn't take him out the room in the opposite direction, but you take him in the back, and now you show this as though he was trying to come towards the mayor. But I'm gonna take a whole glass and shut the hell up because I pay attention to the details, and I'll be like, here you go with the bullshit. Let's keep it going.
Social media campaign for himself by essentially stalking.
They bought him by her. Andrew Holmes all the way over here. How the hell did Jedidiah get all the way around all of these damn panels and let somebody push his ass back and then pushed his ass that way? If I'm lying, I'm flying. I'm not looking at y'all comments right now. We're going to get through this because we got a long line of mess tonight. Let's get to it.
The mayor.
Y'all today, this is your boy, Jedidiah Brown, your own location, reporting to you live at Dolton Township's meeting. I've kind of sort of been out already scouting the spot. Yeah.
So I won't be cutting off my camera. Kamal just arrived here and he won't smoke, so I'm definitely, it's cool. And what I'm going to do is wait for the next resident to go into that building, and I'm going to ask them if I could be in there with them, because they shouldn't be able to stop me if I'm just simply here accompanying another resident. This is what one-man protest look like. Checking the door. How you doing? You could have walked over here.
Put the damn Chucky music, they don't put the damn Michael Myers music behind Jedidiah. They ridiculous. This is sensationalism at its best. Let's listen.
What's up, man? What's your name and badge number? I'm trying to get their attention. I'm trying to get in there.
They got your attention because they called us.
Good. So I said, all right, it's cold. Let me step right here too.
No, they don't want you to go.
But you came in, you went in there.
We see all of this, and they're showing this as though this is legal. Though you're the lawyer. You're supposed to be smarter than this. What you're showing here in this, if they're keeping anyone out of a public building and they're a citizen, that's against the law. Now, I don't think it was appropriate for him to be kicking the door. But at the end of the day, baby, that door is supposed to be open. And he has the right to go in, anyone, not even from the state, but outside of the state, and film. But her lawyer think that this is okay to show because they think the average person is not even gonna think like this. But Grace, leave out here for the shit. Because I think like this over here, like, what? Why the fuck would you show this? You're incriminating yourself. Yeah, this is what y'all do.
You get it? Do your job. I get it.
Mike, I don't say that lightly.
Oh, damn. You forgot to show that part. You done took the part off of Jedidiah page. I remember that. Remember? And Kamal was going up to him, kind of easing his way towards Jedidiah. That time in that hallway, in that public building where they told Jedidiah turn the camera off. And I think one of the officers, and this allegedly, because it was kind of like from the back streets, that he was like, I'm here to protect him, you're not you. So you keep on easing over there, you're going to have a fucking problem yourself, allegedly. But you see how they cut that. You're going to take somebody else's shit. Don't credit them, huh? Ooh, I got photogenic memory. Let's get it. You know I'm going to dissect you. If I ever meet Henyard, she going to hate me. And I ain't even going to remember half the shit I said about her. I probably just look at it, keep it moving. She going to hate me. Let's go. Let's go.
He actually has been stalking the mayor when she's with her family in her private time. He has come to her home.
I'm not coming to you, bitch. You coming to me.
People saying you went to her mama house. You went to her mama house. You didn't expect for her to respond? Absolutely expected for her to respond.
To create a spectacle.
But you don't show the rest of what he said and what is actually legal. that people can go to public officials' house and protest. As I brought up, they did it to many public officials, and they did it out here to Fannie Willis when she became DA, knowing that she was a rogue prosecutor. Yeah, they came down on her ass. Them gangs was like, this bitch do too much about us. Let's get her. Yup, other people too. I can't name off the top of my head, but we can make a list. I already showed y'all that, but he cut that out. That is legal, and that Jedidiah wasn't out there by himself. At least there was a few people out there protesting with him. And what did he say? No, you come to me, even though he used a bad word, which Henyard makes you do. Bring out all the unholiness, just all of it. And I'm not going to have that happen right now. I'm doing good.
Practical. And when that happened, the mayor even went so far as to pursue a restraining order against him at the beginning of January. And this is the guy that came into town hall and had this interaction that led to the violence.
Let's stop. Again, he leave half-ass information. Yes, she tried to file a restraining order against him, but guess who actually got the restraining order against her and the boyfriend? Jedidiah. Remember, I had to give him the point. I was like, shit, nigga winning. Obviously, he in the right position. So he left that out, that she actually has a restraining order on her. We have to counteract the bullshit. I love it. I love it.
At the meeting.
Look at Bodyguard J. And then Bodyguard J now lost his job, y'all. Behind Henyard twice. Moving forward.
When we really look at the video, if you take it frame by frame, what hasn't been reported, but what is there? Is it this?
Now, for what it said, it looked like he tried to grab Jedidiah and he got pushed back.
This guy, Jedidiah Brown, didn't just come in.
Tried to grab him again or put his head down at this point, and then he got whop right in the head. You did two wrong things. You don't walk up to somebody and try to grab. We clarified that, and then put your damn head down. I just thought it was the head. I thought the arthritis kicked in and shit. He tried to grab. That's stupid. Where you from? Looking all hard like you from the hood. You don't know how to fight. What you doing, Kamal?
Into me. The man was armed with a knife. The man drew that knife, and the man swung it.
What knife? Oh, what knife? Is that the mic? I'm gonna have to say it.
The man was armed with a knife.
Now we're gonna stop because that's where they try not to highlight. There was a video that showed, and that was after I did my live. Because if I did my live and I saw it, I would have showed y'all. Yes, Jedidiah picked up the fucking mic. He did. I don't have the clip right now, but it is the truth. When this is what it is, but the mic must have came out his motherfucking hand. Okay, because what had happened is that Jay tapped the mic, Jedidiah grabbed the mic, and that's what the fuck was swung. But since they were swinging like females, the fuck is hitting each other with their arms, I think the damn mic went flying or something. And when Henyard saw it, she grabbed it because she got telepathic powers. The mic went right back to her hand and allegedly hit Jedidiah in the head. But I'm going to be real, because if she got hit with the mic or anything, she would have said it, because it is video proof that you see Jedidiah grabbing the mic because it went in slow motion. I'll play that in my reels because that's how real I am. I don't know why he grabbed the mic, but he didn't even use the shit right. He was about to do a stand-up comedy shit, and it didn't work. So in my opinion, what they're showing right now is that fucking mic that Jedidiah grabbed. And you're trying to turn it into a knife. And it's not. Because nobody got cut. Because look, this is actually DeMarcus, weave dreadhead guy that was working his way around Kamal to hit Jedidiah. So this knife should have shanked him across his face. If this was a knife. If this was a knife, the knife should have shanked DeMarcus across his face. Y'all know Grace Levi ain't gonna lie about shit. Look. So we debunked that. I highlighted and I corrected what was missing in my first video because I did not see the mic. But I was talking to my favorite resident, like, oh shit, do you see the mic? And then they tried to put another little thing where it looked like somebody had a knife, but it wasn't a knife. It looked like they altered the video. So when I find that video again, I'll play it and I put it in my community page so y'all can see it, because they thought they were showing something. But I got the eyes. So yes, Jedidiah did grab the mic. They swung like girls. If he had the mic right here, DeMarcus' face should have been slashed. Because I know girls who had got $150. I even got cut from my eye to down here. Thank you, Jesus. It wasn't a deep cut. So I know razor cuts and that shit they leave keloids and everything. I'm from the hood, y'all. Just bear with me. I'm a chameleon. Let's go.
The man drew that knife and the man swung that knife at Kamal Woods.
Look at the
Mr.
mic.
Woods did not lay a hand.
Jedidiah, I'm gonna have to beat you, yo. You can't fight. What's wrong with you? Shut up. I gotta say, Jedidiah was swinging like this. You swinging like, come on. Don't be letting me see more. And look at Mary. That's Mary. Mary, like, you know what? I'm gonna back up because you'll see a little while later. Mary, like, I would try with my boy. Let this just be right now. Mary had backed up after a while. But look at Jedidiah's arm. Jedidiah was swinging the mic. I think the mic came out his hand because he wasn't swinging right. Jedidiah, you need to take some boxing class. I ain't about to play with you. You better learn how to fight with your fists. You fight like Kamal. Let's go. I'm just telling the truth, y'all. Love me or hate me. Let's play.
Did not lay a hand on anybody at Kamal.
All right. Stop. We're going to slow motion it. This is going to be the last time we slow motion so y'all can see what I'm talking about. This is where he should have slashed DeMarcus if this was a knife. But then you're going to see the swings that follow up from Jedidiah, and they look like all arm action. Shout out to Go Political, because he highlights some of that too. I paid attention. I'm like, damn, you're right. They can't fight. Oh, shit. But watch it. Watch it.
The man drew that knife and the man swung that knife at Kamal Woods.
There you go.
Mr. Woods did not lay a hand.
A knife, do you see where the knife would have went? It would have went in somebody's back, because he was like this. One more time. This guy is a damn liar. Y'all know what we're going to investigate right here. I ain't advocating for Jedidiah, but I'm advocating for the truth. That would have cut somebody back up, because that mic went straight to somebody back. So remember, the mic the mic slash knife already was supposed to slash DeMarcus in his face. And then it goes towards somebody with the black back. And that has to be Kamal. Let me see.
I swung that knife at Kamal Woods.
Look, there we go. So if he had knives, where's the look, you see it? That's the mic. Look at it. Let me put it on the screen. Y'all see it? You see it? Am I tripping? If that was a knife, he would have been having puncture wounds right in the lung area. So we debunked that shit. Let's keep it playing. Stop playing. Black people, we ain't slow. Come on. We just let y'all lie to us. Let's go.
Mr. Woods did not lay a hand on anybody prior to being attacked physically by Mr. Brown. And a second person who's seen in the fight, who's not just a citizen either. That individual is a former employee of Dolton, fired for hiding his sex offender status.
That's because Redmond is listed as a child sex offender on the Illinois State Police Registry. He served 24 years of a 50-year sentence for taking part in the brutal gang rape and beating of 2 young girls in the Roseland neighborhood in 19...
And I have no comment on that, because I'm a Hebrew, and that's why I really don't talk about Jay. I have nothing to do. I talked about the situation. We'll let this play because this is his background, but that doesn't mean that what happened that night got anything to do with this. I don't know how his life is living, but this is another part of the smear campaign. This is public information. Henyard did it first. Your fucking client, your client hired him. And now it's a problem. You didn't mention that was her ex-boyfriend. You didn't mention that messy shit. Yeah, hit the like button. I just got to be real.
1991. News reports at the time say Redmond was one of 4 young men, kidnapped the girls and took them to an abandoned garage where they were sexually assaulted and beaten with boards and guns.
And these are the 2 people that attacked Kamal Woods. One of them with a knife that somehow he was able to get into that meeting through the security. And in that circumstance,
Now y'all miss in your eyes. Next time y'all watch this, I'm not gonna do all that body language. Her eyes went to the right when he said that. She knows she's lying. Went straight to the imagination. Like how could we explain him getting in if we had security? Bitch, because it was a mic. Because it was fucking Mike.
These men are attacking him with a deadly weapon, and the mayor, fearing for his safety, did go toward that crowd, risking getting hurt herself. But he was at risk. This is her boyfriend. This is an important man in her life, her source of support, and he was being threatened with a deadly weapon, and that was going on at the time. The story has been reported as if the mayor's boyfriend caused the fight and the mayor jumped in it. But that is simply not the truth. And the video itself, when taken piece by piece and looked at frame by frame, shows it. But literally, so far, nobody seems to care. No, I haven't seen anybody that cares about that fact. That's extraordinary. You know, Mr.
I do. I'll be honest. You want me to say it?
Wood spoke to a stalker who just made inflammatory and inappropriate comments to a mayor. Anybody that talked like that to a mayor of Chicago is going to be out of that room. But it was allowed to happen. And he's allowed to come in there armed with a knife. And then Mr. Wood speaks to him. All he did was speak to him. He gets attacked by these two guys. And he gets hurt. I mean, Kamal Woods got injured. He went to the hospital. And all of this.
Oh, where's the papers? Where's the hospital papers? Where's the receipts? Where's the receipts? Why won't you show it? I mean, we should constantly show receipts. You want to be a blogger when you finish, lose both of your jobs. You might as well start now. Where's the receipts?
Is borne out by the video evidence. But that's not the story being told on TV. That's not the story that's told in social media. This is about a corrupt mayor causing a brawl in town hall. Yeah, that's sensational. That gets clicks and all that.
With breaking news, a fist fight breaks out at Tiffany Henyard's Thornton Township meeting tonight.
But it has nothing to do with reality. Truth is overawed by spectacle and sensationalism. And that event at town hall and the way that it's been handled is really a microcosm for how Mayor Henyard's been handled for months, if not longer. Political enemies put out false stories about a corrupt mayor stealing from the town. That's a story. And those stories get treated like truth. Facts don't matter. Video doesn't matter. All that matters is what's going to be sensational. That's the experience that she's had. Truth overawed by spectacle. And, you know, this man, Jedidiah Brown, who was at the meeting, is nothing more than a...
And now I know what the hell going on. This is mess. That's what we saw. We're going to show you this post that somebody put in Dolton. And now I understand why they put that, because they used this video against Jedidiah. Now we're going to get to that post.
Suppose a pathetic symptom of a greater disease. This is a disease of social media fiction metastasizing into popular culture. And that's what this mayor has been experiencing for months, and it's dangerous. This man's an armed predator who stalks the mayor so he can scream it all night. And people enjoy that.
Then wait a minute. Then you show all of this on the news. Now, I'm showing this, you know why? Because what we're going to do is flip the fucking narrative. That's what we're going to do. Now, you seen this man here. Now, if y'all want to talk about it, I'm going to talk about it for real. Snotty nose, stressed out, crying, with a guard you now in his hand to his head. And yeah, I never really saw this video because people use this against Jedidiah. But for me looking at this looks real. This looks real now because Jedidiah likes to be in front of the camera. And this is how people sometimes express themselves. We know people who have done murders on Facebook. We know people who have done murders that came on and say, yo, my life over, I did this, da-da-da. So don't think that this is not a normal behavior in society for them to record dysfunctional shit like this. I'm going to have to highlight that. So now that we're going to bring this up, because everybody used this against Jedidiah, I'm just going to have to now I'm looking at this from all types of perspective. This is really fucked up for you as a lawyer to pay extensive I never even saw this. This shit is extensive amount. You didn't even show pictures. You want to show the video. And you think somebody's going to have sympathy for fucking you? You think she cared about mental illness? The reason why I could have brung this up when me and Jedidiah went for blow. There is more things I could bring up about Jedidiah that I chose not to because I have integrity. There's certain things that I just won't fucking touch because that's against who I am. That's against my spiritual integrity. That's against being God's people. So you can tell him and her is a fucking heathen. Let me move forward with this because this is long as shit. They showed about 4 or 5 minutes of that. And you want to garnish sympathy? Oh, you done fucked up. And I'm gonna have to say this, y'all. I don't fuck with Jedidiah like that. I'm gonna tell y'all now. If y'all love him, it's okay. Jedidiah is not my best friend. This is how real I am. We don't talk. I don't want to talk to him. I don't give a. But when I see shit like this is what I'm talking about. Justice, just things that's right. This is what I stand for. This is fucked. I'm sorry. I should have watched that before I went live. I never saw that video. That's troubling for any human being. And then you play it a long time. Nationally. Tiffany, you put on your fucking page. Y'all see why I curse and lose my cheese and bread? If she thinks she's gonna win, you're already knocked out of one. You're done. You're not gonna be the supervisor. And we got to update. It's going to be a messy, long live because we got an update on Nate because she could be the person that's behind what's going on with Nate. But it's okay, chick, because God, people wins in the end. Let's finish because that caught me off guard. I was not supposed to go off. And I was not supposed to say I don't like Jedidiah, but I got to tell y'all the truth. I'm not good with Jedidiah. We're not friends, but we have chose to be neutral. You be in your lane and I'm in my lane, whatever be it is. Y'all see, he really don't say my name. I say his name because he's in the middle of a controversy and I don't talk shit about him. I just talk real. And then I'm going to address this Miss Nichole and Vivian thing too as well. Yeah, we're going to get it tonight because if I be having to take a whole glass of shut the fuck up and deal and make sure that the shit get done for the people and not be beefing, then y'all chicks going to need to knock it off. And that is not to Miss Nichole. I told you it was going to be a little messy tonight because when I get sick of it, I get a little sick of it. Yeah, Mama Levi coming out tonight. So let's listen to Grace Steele's client. Even when I did that whole live Grace Steele, I didn't have these feelings just today about Jedidiah. This is continued. And y'all see everything that I post. Real. we're not trying to beef. It's about the residents. Tiffany, you a piece of shit and you ain't winning this tonight. You're not fucking winning. No. Not today. Not no more fucking controversy and lies.
And that's unfortunate.
We almost done.
Residents of Dolton, as you can see, I have been attacked, stalked by individuals that have been hired by Trustee Kiana Belcher, Trustee Jason House, Trustee Tammy Brown, and Trustee Brittany Norwood, all hired these individuals to come into our town and create chaos. Individuals have so much hate for me that they are.
My thing is, if he hired for Dolton, why the hell is he in Dolton? I mean, if he's hired for Dolton, why is he in Thornton? Do the money last that motherfucking long? If he got paid for it, huh? Do it last that long? No, it's you. You're the fucking problem. You did that. You did it. And now you blaming the trustees. When when people need help, they call certain people, whatever has happened, and it shed light on this. More light. I was gonna be honest. And you mad as fuck. They even call, if you want to talk about called and paid, they called and paid Lori Lightfoot $400 an hour for your ass. So what's next? And I'm just keeping it real. If they did, I don't know because I'm not y'all in that shit. But if they did, that's what the fuck they did for Lori Lightfoot. And that's what motherfuckers did to get you served. Hire private investigator just to get your ass served. So it's not like people didn't put money on your head before. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Willing to do anything to put me, my daughter, my family in harm's way.
Hello. How you doing? I'm the advocate that's been challenging Mayor Henyard. I know you're her mom.
What happened?
You're Mayor Henyard's mother, right? Where's her mom available?
Mental illness is real. Yes, mental illness is real all throughout the United States. And that's something that's not being addressed on all levels. For you to even pick and choose what mental illness is, you got to be out your motherfucking mind. All the shit that you have done. The bird. The fucking bird. Okay? We all have our mental defects. If it comes from anxiety, a little bit of depression, a little bit of post-traumatic stress. People got addictions. If you want me to bring the Donges out, they got bipolar that'll put all that shit together and everything you do consider bipolar. Fuck around and find out and get a real diagnosis. So we got now lawyers talking who mental illness. Now, what I was going to show y'all because his video was good enough for me to prove my point. But can we just show you this? Shout out to everyone who watched. I think this video almost hit as much as the Kanika video. Kanika video got like 75,000 views. But right here, we moving on up. Right here, they like this motherfucking breakdown because the truth shall set us free. There go your girl. There go your girl. Let's play this. Look at Tiffany. It's a flash. Right here. Hold up, it's coming. There you go. Wait. Wait, y'all. Just had it. Let's slow motion that up real quick. There go Miss Henyard. Look, Miss Henyard came to get it in. This is Miss Henyard right here. This is her outfit. She snatched them high heels that she had on her feet. And here, Miss Henyard is your supervisor, barefoot, and out there fighting for her guy. Fighting for her guy. Let's play it. I just want y'all to see Henyard because I did say myself, I wasn't sure was it her. Shout out to my people in the back. This is the best part because in this part, I think I know that she cracked it. God cracked her in the face before everybody. So let's just play this for Mr. Lawyer Guy because I know you watch this video, so you're going to watch this shit. You need to quit your day job. Let's watch. I think this is the part where God punched Henyard in the face. Background. Y'all got it. They was like, there you go, Grace. There you go. Look at this hood booger. And you can't change this. This ain't self-defense. You can't claim that you was afraid for your life because you ran from the front, Henyard, and came to the back to fight. You couldn't even let your guy be a guy. Wait, let's get to it. Show him. Back. Look at Henyard. We're going to play this in slow motion. Henyard at her best. There's no way you're going to hide this. Slow motion for us. I'm going to shut up and y'all going to watch this. Shout out to Alicia Nichole. These are her clips as well. She was out there. And I'm like, oh my God. Let's play it. Let's play it. This is Ryan clip. Look at Henyard. Bam. She knocked the whole team down. Exactly what I told you. She came there to not play, to motherfucking slay. Y'all can watch that video again. We ain't going. That's our evidence. She went down there, boom, hit the thing, got her, raw, jumped down everybody, threw her ex-boyfriend to the wall. Tell him I'm lying. And then y'all talking about the damn mic was a knife. Now, since we were talking about Miss Alicia Nichole and the mess, I happen to just wanted to go to Alicia Nichole page because I just wanted to talk about what happened to her when, hold on, when she was at the meeting. And this was in relation to Henyard. I'm thinking that what we saw in the meeting, because we were watching her clip a little bit, and then we had moved on to CBS News clip. But what we caught was them confronting Miss Alicia Nichole more than one time about her presence at the meeting. So I'm bringing this up because the bullying continues. So who did this? Who did this? Jedidiah too? Who got her being confronted? And going over this with my favorite resident, we trying to figure out what's going on. The reason why we trying to figure out is because we see other people in there too. We have Miss Vivian in there. No one's saying nothing to Miss Vivian. We have a bunch of reporters in there. I was already deeply alarmed to the fact that they talking about residents couldn't be upstairs, only reporters. Like, whole black Jesus, we about to start that. So we need to figure out who even tried to implement that shit. But then y'all was holding on to Miss Nichole. So that's what I wanted to show y'all tonight. But before we get to that, it's some of the bits and pieces. I happen to see this. And I'm like, damn, now let me come talk my talk, because I've been real quiet and people say what they want to say. So I'm going to say what I need to say, because y'all don't have regards for me. Y'all don't have regards for Miss Alexis Wilson, Miss Carver. Shots fired. You don't have no regards with the shit you do. So I'm not going to have regards, because you, and this to Miss Vivian, you are a troublemaker. Point blank, period. I'm not taking anybody's side, but you need to cut it the fuck out. I just sat there and told you guys that I don't really fuck with Jedidiah. We are not friends, but y'all wouldn't have knew that until I told y'all, because I kept shit copacetic. I'm not mad at Jedidiah. I don't hate Jedidiah. We see each other, we'll be straight. We just not there with it. But am I sitting here bashing his ass, causing problems? No, I already addressed this issue, and I know y'all probably ain't listening, but I'm gonna address it like a fucking auntie today with Nichole and Vivian. I say, y'all starting y'all YouTube page, whatever y'all doing, y'all trying to be content creators. Make sure that y'all got y'all content together after Dolton. So before you move forward to start arguing about content and who this, that, and the third, at least have a concept of what you really want to do, because this platform is a very good platform to get good information out, not just fucking mess. But let's just read this, because I'm already calling Vivian the culprit, because she's always the culprit. And I said it. You went on Conscious channel and talked about me like a dog. Had the block Conscious because Conscious didn't respect me as a woman or a content creator to come and talk to me. This was after you see me consistently. Maybe I'm making this personal because I'm sick of it, Vivian. Because you're acting like you got it together, but then you don't, and then you blame it on your illness. Knock it the hell off. And I can say that as a nurse, because I dealt with people like you. And had to go in the room and say, that's enough, ma'am. All of the nurses hate you. And I'm the only one that's going to take care of you. You need to stop. You're sick. We're here trying to take care of you. And you're causing hell and high water to everybody. And then they sit there like, oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm stressed. And then we get there and we start loving. Here you go, Vivian. Here you go. Nurse Lashley, they have to tell you, knock it off. Your illness is not going to make everybody feel sad for you. It's enough. So you go there and you start trouble. You kick my back in for Jedidiah when you should have shut up and mind your business, because you see that I'm pushing for, I told you it was going to be messy today, y'all. Because I'm pushing for Alexis. This is for the residents. And you supposed to have been pushing for her, but you go kick my back in instead of being politically correct so we can get shit done. We supposed to be on the same team, but you keep letting your emotions get the best of you. And that's probably why I don't stay close to other people too, because they let their emotions get the best of them. Now, let's read what Miss Alicia got to say, because I never met Miss Alicia, but I like her tone. I mean, they both talk through their lives when I use them, but Miss Alicia be a little bit more, I don't know. So I already know Vivian ain't going to never let me use her shit, and I don't care, because I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. Alicia Nichole, you always got my name in your mouth. First, when I read this, I was like, damn, is she talking about me? Because I've been saying her name a lot. But let's just watch. I was like, let me just read it first. You know, you said, you always got my name in your mouth. Girl, tell the truth. I don't give a F with you. I don't F with you. She says, I don't mess with you. You are a jealous. I'm going to read it because this is how she feels. Hater, and you will always be. You claim you're good on me, but you're always stalking my page and trying to beat me, laughing my ass off. Girl, seek professional help. You're weird as hell. Edit. Block her a long time ago. She stalks me from other pages. Now, I don't know what's going on with you guys, but it's messy and it's disgusting. And I honestly don't think it's Miss Nichole. Vivian, you can feel how you want to feel, say how you want to feel, but you are a grown-ass lady with kids. The same way I will get on Trina's ass and talk about Trina and tell the truth. Her delivery ain't right, but she say things that make sense. Your delivery ain't right. And only half the stuff you say makes sense. Keep it a fucking buck. So if you want to see this to the end, I think you need to change your behavior, because once this said and done, a lot of doors is going to be shut for you. Period. People giving you the opportunity to run your mouth because of your sickness and because how consistent you was yelling from the top of your lungs. But people been sick of it. And then I'm just going to move on before I show how people been bullying Miss Nichole. This is my last shots fired. I got to get it off my damn chest. What happened to the petition for Alexis? Go around and find out. I've been holding that in my chest. You did that on spite of me. On the spite of me. You never wanted to do nothing. You know, Miss Carver, you knew them. And y'all know I'm not bringing my baby into this, but I am sick of it. I said enough. Did Mama Grace say enough? Get it together, Vivian. I don't hate you. I don't even hate Jedidiah. I don't hate nobody. Some people, I can't stand the likes of them. And when they say their name, they make me want to throw up. But that's not even these two I'm talking about. My favorite resident know who I'm talking about. Over there looking like a damn gargoyle. Shots fired. Anyway, I haven't even said anything about that. But that's the only person that made me want to throw up. But I deal with it. So you should deal with it too. We all got the objective to get this wildebeest out of here. Why can't we stay focused for the next 2 months? I've been doing it. Why can't you? I said what I said. Now, take a picture, write it down. I don't give a fuck in my smoky voice. Let's go. Now, this was just a little bit of them trying to harass Miss Nichole. I didn't like it. Look at them in her face. I was made aware they did this like 5-6 times. Came to her directly. And it's weird because Miss Vivian was in there sitting at a desk and nobody said nothing to her. What is going on? We're not playing these politics, bullshit. Because when it hit the fan, you're going to be paying your own taxes, your own bills, and your friends that you call your friends will walk the fuck away. So choose and tread lightly. That's to everybody. You will be judged. We supposed to be sticking together here. Because even if I did not like Miss Nichole and I saw this, I would have went right next to her like, what the fuck is going on? That would have brought me right close. I don't play that. I don't. I'll be like, yo, what's up? We about to get done? Because this has been a long fight. But y'all sat there and watched her get harassed.
Yeah, you can call the police. Sure, thank you. Because I just asked who was. Well, then who's to say this?
Whoa. We just gonna show this one. This threw me off. They said this happened 5 or 6 times and she stood her damn ground. Shout out to Miss Nichole for knowing the law and knowing your rights. Go, girl. And staying meek and calm and did not yell throughout her life. Not one damn time. If it was Grace, Grace would have got loud. My fucking voice carried. The Haitian would have came out. So I got to bow down to her. These motherfuckers came in her face. This is some Tiffany Henyard shit. I'm showing this because it's the gaslight and the manipulation that's coming from Tiffany part. She is dividing everybody and y'all all playing y'all roles into it because y'all have these big ass egos and personalities fucking glitches. Sorry. Sorry, y'all. Let's play this.
I have a right to be here. Why do you want to see myself? I have a question.
Then the
camera's proper. And the statue was proper.
Or at least, like I said, stuff screen.
Okay. Well, then who's to say this is not? Okay, who's in charge?
Like I was saying,
who's in charge? Yeah, you can call the police.
Look who we got on the audience. Let's put random news up. I ain't see you ever. You've been in my audience. Boy, you've been watching me. Get me them views. That video is up there about Kanika. Okay, if y'all want to see the video where I had a premonition about Kanika, it is up there, baby. I talk about the spiritual side and all types of stuff. So what you got to say, random news, with your slow ass? You creep. You're here to start trouble. Where the fuck you came from? I didn't even know you still exist, you weirdo. Huh? Have you really been following my page and seeing my work, baby? Seeing my knowledge? Huh? Have you been getting to know who Grace Levi? Did y'all family do your research to find out who the fuck I was? Huh? Since y'all so well in doing y'all research, did you find my background? My bachelor's degree? My 11 years as a nurse? I can show y'all my resume. 2 kids homeschool, one in the great college, one give me a hard time but own his damn business. Did it my motherfucking self. Random news, you up in here? You came to bring the shit? Huh? I don't need to show them. They could go right in my timeline because that's one of the videos that I posted like 6 years ago when you were over there doing whatever garbage, because I didn't even know you exist, and Jedidiah was doing whatever he was doing, and I really wasn't paying attention to him. Yes, that was the spiritual side of Levi that came out. Didn't I tell y'all I know when bitches do voodoo? Didn't I tell y'all I came from the tribe of fucking Levi, and that's the shit that I had to repent from my family, because I know what voodoo is and I know what witches is. That's why I could tell what Henyard is and all those funky ass witches that you keep around you. Huh? That's why I've been having to pray and make sure that I had the blood of Jesus around me, because I had motherfuckers like you stalking me. Did I have to go off today? What made random news come out and say anything? Huh? What made random news have to come out and say anything today? Because he's a clown? Because I hurt his feelings? I know. You want me to shut up? Hold on. My back phone ringing because you made me. Oh, Jesus. My angel called me. My angel called me and told me to calm down. I don't deal with demons and devils. Y'all see that part that just came out? That's Levi. Mess around and find out. Don't come on this platform trying to disrespect me, bringing up dumb nonsense when I'm trying to bring the peace and call out what I'm calling out. If you want to see the Kanika video, it is still there. Again, that's the only ammunition they have, because you are so dead. You don't understand that we're in a spiritual battle and there's demons around that is like you. That's possessed, that like chaos, that want to see people fail, that don't see nothing good in life, that don't take showers, that has loose turtlenecks, loose neck. I remember, I forgot that you exist, but you showed up today. All right, let's get it. Cut that part, y'all. Y'all could cut it, re-upload it, show it to them. Because to this day, even if I tell you me and Jedidiah are not close, whatever it is, I told you how I feel. He's all good with me, whatever it is. But if he had dirt on me, he would have showed it. If they had real dirt on me, they would have showed it. Y'all notice that they haven't showed no dirt on me, y'all. Do the fucking math. That's why they want me quiet. You won't stop a Hebrew, baby. You won't stop a Hebrew. Let's go. Let's go. Now, this is what I was talking about, how they, and Jedidiah is my boy outside of the situation. Like I told y'all, I got love for what he does, but we're not friends. But if I'm able to make good broadcasts about what he do, tell the truth, especially if it has something to do with Dolton and Thornton, that's when I'm talking about it. But it's not about for us to beef. That's why I'm bringing this up. But obviously somebody want beef because random news came out the bushes. I didn't even know this jigger still exists. He gonna make a whole live about me. Random news. You got a crush on me? You be watching me? It looked like you stink. I don't like people who smell like they've been outside for 4 days. Okay? Without taking a shower. It's mildew. Let's get it. This is what they did to Miss Nichole. We're just going to show you this. And this is going to show you the discernment that Miss Nichole, she has more paws than me. Miss Nichole would have not did it like that. What I just did. She wouldn't have did that. She probably would have like, you devil. Me, I had to air that nigga out just now. Let's play it.
Sure. Thank you. Because I just asked who was in charge. No problem.
So what I mean, where it's like, okay.
Well, he's going to have to. Yes. Why?
Probably not.
I have a right to be here. Well, what is proper? Show me in the statute what's proper.
Or at least, like I said, stuff sprayed, brought in here, or sent in.
Well, then who's to say this is not? Okay, who's in charge?
So, like I was saying,
who's in charge? Yeah, you can call the police. Sure, thank you. Because I just asked who was in charge. No problem. Yeah, he's a first timer, by the way. Hey, how are you?
And so we just showing you that part. The part that I had caught was when she actually showed her press pass, because when she was showing all of this and going through this, I only caught the last part when she was like, I got a press pass and I'm not going nowhere. They came to her several times. They were very disrespectful. So this is something that I want you guys to pay attention to. There's something going on with them bullying people, okay? Just watch a show about whoever that is. All right, if you ain't talking about the content, let me know. I know I went off a little bit. Y'all could tell me how y'all feel about that. It's cool. But this is what I wanted to show y'all, that it is some type of bullying going on. And I believe this person right here is sending her goons. And just as you saw, possibly one of her goons just came to my page today. Yeah, because I'm hitting it. I'm hitting the truth. I ain't on nobody's side. I didn't pick a side. I'm just telling the truth. Why the fuck would you come to Grace Levi page? Where your real dirt on me? You still you still talk about Kanika. I had a whole life. I could have did mad dirt. I could have robbed banks. I could have killed the patient. Where is the mess? I want you to find the mess. My life been so boring. That's why I know so much. That's why I'm bringing this work to y'all. Go read a book. Okay. Now, this is what I wanted to bring up to you guys too. Remember this. We are looking for someone. Yes, we are looking for someone today. 2 people, stop it. 2 people have been missing. You can't skip a beat with me. Go ahead and think you was gonna interrupt this broadcast. 2 people have been missing from our Thornton meetings, and I happen to just take them down. Let me stop. It's 3. Can y'all name the 3 people who have been missing from the Thornton meetings? Anybody? Dun, 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 dun. So we know Tiffany has been missing. Miss Wells has been missing. And Miss Flat-Face COVID mask wearing Everett has been missing. At least for the last 2 or 3. And Miss Wells have not been there since after Wiedemann was chosen. Can we do a flashback so y'all can remember that something weird is going on? Where is Miss Wells? Maybe her husband like, girl, don't play with them. because you're going to have me come up there and lock everybody up. Let's just play this. If y'all remember that Ms. Wells had police escort her around that hearing. I mean, to choose the trustee. Let's play it. Shout out to my favorite resident. And shout out for you calling me and telling me to take a chill pill. Because I was about to go in. I mean, the red. It was about to be fire out of my eyes. Like flames. Ooh, Jesus. When love called you, that's when love can neutralize. You see how she neutralized it? Ooh, y'all, he's about to get it. Let's watch this. They playing with me. Now you see Miss Revs. Now I thought that this was just him randomly being there. So I was like, this ain't the truth. He's just dead. She just showing him around. Remember, my boo is missing right now in action. They had a younger girl being the clerk. I mean, well, yeah, taking her spot. Let's see video 2. So that was more suggestive. So when she showed me the next clip, we showing you again, it was like, oh, snap. He's shadowing Miss Wells, the popo. And then now, where is she? So we're going to have to do a hunt down there in Thornton and Dolton to make sure. My boo okay. She okay, but she ain't beat. That's what I think going on right now. But let's play this because this is another incident that we're highlighting. So Tiffany lawyer can see the ruckus that she's causing, because all of this is related to her actions. Because I believe in my opinion, Miss Wells didn't fall for the bull that was kicked from Smith, Catch a Dog Smith, and KP when they tried to lie and said there was a third document. And Miss Wells looking at them like, if you don't get your kid ass out of here, I'm not playing with you. And that may have not set well with Henyard. And then people notice body language. They noticed Ms. Wells wasn't close to Henyard. Yes, they've been watching. It's like, look at this. I was like, whoa, shoot. So let's watch this because you're going to watch the cop mirror Ms. Wells here. And now we haven't seen her since. Look. I thought they was bugging. I thought she was bugging. I'm like, nah, that ain't happening. But it's actually happening. Do y'all see that? So is he not mirroring her right there? So that was another something to show you that something is going on. And it's related to Tiff. And again, I think what happened tonight by the mystery man jumping in my live out of the bushes, that was sent by Henyard. You never control me, baby. I'm not embarrassed about shit. I'll tell you what it is. Oh, you got the wrong one, baby. But I live a clean life. I live a good life. A good life. All right. Now, I want to get to one more thing. Now, y'all know, and this is probably why too, because they like, yo, her mouth is just getting big. It's making sense. People are thinking on their own. Let's shut her the fuck up again. Let's try it. You can't try it, okay? I'm gonna be like Nicki Minaj, uncancelable, bro. Blah, blah. Fuck it. The people who love me just gonna love me, just like they did when I was in the hood. Once I go outside and they get to know me, they like me. You can't stop it. This is the last thing, because I have been endorsing to a certain extent Nate Feld. I got to do this. This was something I did not know. I didn't go look it up, but allegedly shots fired. People going after Nate Feld, trying to expose some bullshit. Yeah, they pulled up some bankruptcy shit on Nate. Like, you broke. Let's get to it. I'm gonna have to keep it real. This is what they did, and we're gonna talk about it because real is real. And then if we got time, we're gonna get into what the judge said about Nate Fallon, because y'all want to talk about this, but then y'all don't want to talk about how smart the man is. Okay, now just because he didn't have no money to pay bills doesn't mean that he would not pay bills if he had the money. And I ain't making no damn excuses for him. Okay? I'm just being honest. Shit, what you expect? People ain't got nothing these days, but all right, hold on. That was a stupid post by Mayor Henyard. Hold on, I'm just trying to find the original post where you got the person talking about, I'm so alarmed, and I'm not being funny because I got to talk about it. If I talk about him, your downfall and everybody else downfall, Nate got a downfall. Allegedly, he was bankrupt. Hold on. Who said this? I'm trying to get the original post. All right. We there? We about to get to the end of this. It's a little messy today. Damn, I didn't know it was going to get that messy, though. Hit the like, hit the like. I didn't expect for me to go off on this person. I didn't expect for me to say as much I was going to say about Vivian. And I did not expect me to say that much as I said about Jedidiah. But I just have to keep it real. If I have to take a whole glass to shut the fuck up and just be a human being and focus on what it is, everybody kicking Henyard butt. What the fuck? Why am I going to put my personal feelings on in it? This is especially when we all have our own platforms, own way of doing things, and we're all different. Like, where the fuck is the competition? I'm in no competition with nobody because nobody is like me. I'm not like y'all, obviously. I don't want to be. Somebody asked me what I do in my free time. Listen to corny ass documentaries about CIA files that was released. I like what the fuck I do. I'm never afraid of the bullshit. Go ahead and find out Grace's love being a cornball and then talking shit. I'm a hood scholar. I like who I am. You can never break me. It probably hurt my feelings because I love people so much and I don't expect y'all to be so fucked up. But I realize I put that empath down, cut the damn cords, and watch y'all ass burn from a distance. And the ones that come on this side, we gonna fly. Fly like an eagle with no fucking issues. Let's get to this. All right. After seeing a recent communication exchange on another site, I wanted to share this. This is meant for informational purposes in regards to voting. Now, this is when I know they're trying to knock Nate out the game. If they would have knew this from before, they would have brought this up and challenged him, but your dumb ass didn't. Now, you big dummy, you chose the wrong thing to challenge him on, but you're still trying to come. Too late, just like Tiffany would say. Nate fails. Okay. And having bankruptcy on money ain't good because I got good credit and I don't like to owe, but I'm just cracking jokes here. Nate had denied any form of bankruptcy or financial issues. However, we have documents here. I share this in saying these are no more than 1 year old, 1 year old, some not even 6 months. Recently, he was sued for $2,000 debt with Discovery. He has had a building foreclosure and a business involuntary dissolve. When asked about these, his response was that we should not consider it because he's a victim of Henyard and the supervisor do not control finances or operations of the township. Is this not Tiffany exact claim? So he's not even in her position. So I don't know where the building came from and how he connected that to the Thornton Township. But let's move. If I cannot come up with $2,000, how is he financially sound? If he cannot run a small business of his own finance, how can he be trusted with an entire township, hundreds of employees, and millions of dollars? He denies ever having these issues until being shown the proof, and at which time he said, well, I won't have control over finance anyway. I took screenshots of everything before he conveniently deleted them from the post. If his job is not to lead the town into financial security and manage the staff, then what is it? Also with control of GA funds. And okay, so this was a mouthful. And I will have to say, I have to take that in consideration because that's something that you really have to, consider, especially if you in real estate. Me being in real estate, that's why I will never actually rent to people because they asses don't pay rent. And so you got to go in the background and figure out what they had did. So here they pulled up Nate versus Discovery. We'll put that up there. I mean, I'm gonna put the receipts up there. It is what it is. But I will say How old is Nate? Let me know how old is Nate. Just let me know right now, because he a young boy, and my son and everybody in this age group right now is broke as fuck. They have been deprived, and I'm not saying Nate falls in the same age group as my son. My son is 21, but these young people who was born in 2000s in the late 1990s are suffering from something different. Not only did we talk about the deprivation of the educational system, them taking out, they building up these fake ass charter schools, taking out technical institution, taking out skills, not pushing big careers like engineering, architect. They never pushed that in our area, and then putting drugs and all types of shit. And I'm not making excuses, but shit is fucked up. Okay, so I'm gonna be real. What I was hearing, he was working part-time jobs, and the part-time jobs that I heard he was working was basically what the average person is doing now that has a hard time finding a job. But that does not mean that if he didn't have the money, if he had the money, that he wouldn't want to pay his bills. But I can't cap for him like that. But I'm just throwing shit out there. Okay, this is real. You wouldn't be quick to rent to somebody who have some shit on their credit report. So they found this credit card collections, $2,000, things like that, which is not good. But I will say, if my son didn't have a mother like me, he wouldn't be as far as he is, and he's still fucked up. And I gave him good credit and everything. Taught him about business, finance, got his business set up, and shit is still hard for him in this age group. I can't even expect him to get the hell out of my house in the next 2-3 years. The plan is literally buy extra property, make the shit big enough to put different pieces of land on, houses on it, and make it happen. Because the way finances is going, we all up shit's creek, and I'm not making an excuse. But you got to give me some more, because you bring up discovery and then you bring up a bank foreclosure allegedly. So we did the discovery, and then you talk about a foreclosure. Now, this foreclosure, I would say, let me see if I have that, because they talk about the foreclosure, but I will say, if he did have a foreclosure, this is the involuntary dissolve of sharpshooters. So he had a business. This is discovery. Discovery, he has to go to court on the 19th. So this is why this wasn't discoverable, because he's still in court now and he could pay it off. So obviously he ain't lie yet, you big dodos. He's still in court for this shit. Hold on, I just looked at it. That's why it wasn't discoverable. That's why your big dodos didn't find it, huh? Now it makes sense. I was like, why the fuck they didn't find this before? Because this is not discoverable, like as far as it's not out of court yet. Look at that. He got to go to court on 2/19/2025. And this is discovery of him. Okay. Well, by then, hopefully he gets some money and he paid. How about that? Do a GoFundMe. They trying to set you up, Nate. And the next thing they said was, so they talked about the dissolve the LLC. I think that I took that off. Hold on 1 second. I'm trying to bring up the dirt. Then they put the election code up there. Hold on. No, that was about that. Hold on. The discovery, he owed $2,052. If y'all could raise money for Clean House 2025, y'all could raise that for Nate. Yep. I'm talking shit. So basically, let's just get to it. Maybe because I got a little bias, because I do think Nate has a good heart. And if he does need help managing finances, this was his actual response. And hey, he was like, fuck it. That's why we got the trustees there. Shit, what you think? I'm just keeping it real. He done pulled it. He said, I understand your perspective, but Thornton Township financial management isn't solely the responsibility of the supervisor. The supervisor and their team hire qualified professionals to handle department budgets, and that's what they do. While the skilled financial director oversees and track funds, and that's what he's supposed to do. But Hunt, thicker than the snicker ass, all scared of Tiffany, Tiffany be running him. But Nate, like, I ain't about to do that. Additionally, the trustee play a crucial role as they vote to approve budget. The supervisor does not have as much power as people often assume. It is the trustees and employees who serve as the backbone of the township. And I will say that I don't think that's a lie. Because as we start to, wrap this up, basically Tiffany was saying, I ain't got no credit cards in my name. All the department heads have the credit cards in their name. Next time, I'm going to hire more people who can do their jobs better. You see how she threw that shit off? And then now you see how they have an extra trustee in there. Tiffany ass hasn't been showing up, can't do shit, can't move shit, can't say shit. Because it takes a collective to get shit done. Because Tiffany was a monster and tyrant and doing shit like this, busting on down the road, and also doing shit like this. I'm going to have to put this on the screen. We're going to have to lighten it up a little bit. Shout out to my favorite resident. She said that this is Tiffany and her goons.
Now, all you crackheads, out! Now, all you crackheads, out!
And that's what the hell we say to Tiffany. All you crackheads, go. Let's play this real quick while we look at the summary of what Nate, what the lawyer said about Nate, since they want to throw dirt on Nate's name. Put some respect on that man's name. We know he broke. I knew he was broke. I think y'all saw he was broke. He said he had no money for his campaign, but he got a heart. And that's all that counts. Wait, I had to put this comment up there. Like, y'all said that too about Tiffany. I got to scratch my head. But Tiffany showed her belligerence. She showed the way she was for 8 years, though. That's different, just a little different. Now, when we went back in the videos, Tiffany was acting all out funky. She was acting funky, wasn't listening, making up shit in her head. She told them that they were supposed to be evicting the lady who got her house shot up. Y'all remember that? I'm going to have to just not totally agree with this, but being broke is not, basically is there a lack of funds or lack there manager funds. So if that's something that we do have to pay attention to with Nate, that's something you need to pay attention to. But if they got check and balance systems, then that needs to be in place, especially if they get someone in like Wiedemann in. Y'all better change the law and get her ass back in there. And get her back in there. All right. Do y'all want me to go over the little bit of reading from Nate's case real quick? I could do that. We could do that real quick. And then we'll get out of here because I'm going to put all the Nates together. I'm going to edit this live. And most likely I'm going to cut the part out with me cursing out that guy. I'm going to cut that out. Or maybe I could just leave it because y'all know I cut this up. So I'll just not even add that. But we're going to keep that for the receipts because we're going to tell them, fuck around and get down. Yeah, once Grace act nice, talk all finance, law, y'all mess with me. And then the hood got to come out. Disrespect my page. I don't even like half the stuff that y'all people say, but I don't go on your page. How do you have the cahoots to come on my page and expect me not to say nothing? I'm going to eat your ass alive. That's totally coming in my house. This right here is my house. Okay? People who here love me and I love y'all. That's like bringing a stranger in your house, yelling in your house. You thought I was about to let that go down here, baby? Not today. Not in my house. I'm very funny about my shit. Nobody even be in my house. My real house. It'd be just me by myself. I don't like friends. No new friends. I don't like people in my house. I don't play no games. I'd be peaceful. So this right here, this house, the only time it's getting ruckus is when I bring it. How about that? Now let's get to this little 6-page document that Nate showed on his page of the read. Since y'all want to disrespect Nate, let me give Nate a little bit of credibility because y'all ain't got the smarts to write up a paper and represent yourself in the midst of beasts and animals out there. Bought lawyers, bought and paid, everybody on the same side. And the judge was like, damn, you did that, Nate. So let's play that real quick. Let's read it real quick. Shout out to Nate. I ain't gonna let them play you. I'm not gonna let them play you, son. All right, y'all may not be able to see this live, but this is basically undisputed fact. Fells filed a nomination paper on November 12, 2024. They included the requisite statement of candidacy, statement of economic interest, and 97 pages of bonded petition sheets. Objectors Keith Price and Michael Smith raised an objection to Fells' candidacy. The electoral board to overrule 4 of 5 of the objections. The 5th objection alleged that Fells' failure to bond the statement of candidacy of his nomination papers violated Section 10-4. We went in that. Those two sections, 10-4 and -10, with 2 separate sections. On December 30th, 2024, the election board voted 2-1 to sustain the objection. All right, let's get to page 2. What the hell? Okay, page 2 looks so weird. Let's get to page 2. Hit the like button. Thank you, guys. Y'all see I be going through personality glitches. They be fucking around. Why you gotta make me a thug when I'm trying to be intellectual? Because, baby, I'm a thug. Shut up. My favorite resident. She like, damn, why y'all got her started? I just got her taped. She did. But now I'm not. All right, let's go. Standards of review. So this is whether they wanted to review whether Section 10-4 of the election code requires Smith to bind his statement to his petition sheets. So they were going back and forth between different court cases that we went over, and it says under Chickens, however, this case may present a mixed question, even though the facts are undisputed. There, the Illinois Supreme Court stated an examination of the legal effect of giving statements of fact involving mixed questions of fact and law and standards review clearly erroneous. So if y'all don't know what they're saying, is basically they were trying to make a statement of fact between the two different laws, 10-3 and 10-4. They were trying to merge them together and say all of that had to be bonded. So that's what he was saying. Based on that case, we can't change the requirements of what section says and bond them and make them into a section of fact. Okay, so let's go on to page 3. We kind of just breaking this down because I wanted to hear what the lawyer had, the doctor. I go from the lawyer to the doctor. Y'all know my profession. I wanted to hear what the judge got to say. All right, so the election code required that the petition fees be neatly fastened together in the book form by placing the sheets in the pile and fastening them together at one edge in a secure, suitable manner. This was Section 4. The code also stated that the nomination paper must include the statement of candidacy. Correction is Section 10-5. I was thinking it's 10-3 and 10-4. I do apologize. It's 10-4 and 10-5. My correction. But it says there is no dispute that Phil bonded his petition. There is also no dispute that his nomination paper was included with the statement of candidacy. Phil violates, hold up. It says Phil violates points out. So it said violates. I don't know if that's supposed to be meaning that he kind of referenced, but points out a board conceded in page 2. I'm trying to look at the case real quick. I'm trying to see what case this was he cited. Okay, so basically this is what he is. He said based on Section 10-4, the board made the decision. Okay, that on Section 10-4, but it says Section 10-4 does not expressly prove that the statement of candidacy be bond with the petition sheet. Moreover, no appellant cases hold that the statement of candidacy must be bonded with the petition. Okay, so the board December 30th decision in this case rallies solely on the cases involved so-called later filed statements of candidacy. So the ones they tried to use against Nate was the ones that they had filed separately, but before the deadline, and that didn't apply to him. This is why you guys have to know law. Even when you're doing case law, you have to find certain elements that actually apply to your case. So what they brought up there in front of us, it did not really apply to Nate because he wasn't in those positions. And that's what the judge was saying. This don't apply to him, so you're using this. And that's why he got on the lawyer a little bit like, and you told him this, and where in the case does it? And she was he wasn't trying to embarrass her, but if you go back and watch now you're going to see why he was saying what he did. Okay. So they went into a few of the cases that actually show that binding wasn't necessity of those two petitions. Let's move forward. I want to see what else he has to say. I need him to get down just a little bit more. We're going to move to page 4 because I do want to show you that Nate is not a fool. He may be broke, but he ain't a fool. Now, as far as his business, maybe I need to look into that. But if they said it was a building that was liquidated, that was something that I wanted to probably say. I don't know if somebody left him a building, because if he broke, how the fuck he got a building? Excuse my language. That's something we got to think about. So he had to inherit that building. And what I noticed being invested in tax liens and tax deeds, when you let younger people get property that they're not ready for, can't pay the taxes, that they usually lose that property. So understand that a building can be probably commercial or residential or both, and the tax rate can be high. So if he can't pay $2,000 for credit cards, how the hell he gonna pay for building taxes? I'm just throwing that out there because I don't know where Nate got building taxes from. Where you been, Valerie? You here for the mess, huh? You came right on time. I didn't see you in a long time. The day I'm talking shit, I was wondering where you was at. I said, where Valerie at? As soon as I'm talking shit, you popped up, didn't you? Let's get to it. Thank you for being here. Hit the like button. Hit the like. I appreciate you. I was talking shit about these people who popped up in my chat. You need to rewind because they done lost their mind, girl. They lost their mind, Valerie. They crazy. Anyway, to end this off, let me see if there's anything significant because I'm getting ADHD and I'm getting a little tired. Basically, Nate won this because he's not a fool. Now, they went into other cases. I'm trying to see because I want him to say something directly towards Nate. This is them going over cases. Because they wore me out, I can't even do the cases right now. Y'all know I'll break this down. I may have to do this on another day because somebody wanted me to break this down in detail, but we did that with all of these cases, and it's very draining. All right, let's go. Let's just listen to this part. This is 5. Here, he says, again, in an event, Phil's file was not even a 2-step process. This is what he's confirming. It was never a 2-step process. It appears that the board decision is rooted in what Mr. Johnston described as general practice. You remember that lady was saying that this general practice of what lawyers do, and the judge cannot take that because that is not law. And that's when I knew it was a problem when she said that. Oh, this is general practice, but you cannot put that on Nate because he's not a lawyer, and that's not the law. So what this judge says right here is clearly insufficient grounds to invalidate Phil's candidacy under Lucy versus Latkins. It says, and where the ballot access was favored in the absence of a clear legislative statement to contrary. So basically, there's no statement in section 10-4 or 10-5 that validated that it's a general practice that those two documents were supposed to be bonded together. So why did Nate win this? Tell me why. You know why Nate won this? Because he was able to articulate himself without lying, without gaslighting, without downgrading people. He just spoke the facts. And that's why I actually respect Nate, because he don't do what other people do, gaslight, try to change the narrative. He put the facts out there, what it is. If it was a mistake, hey, it's a mistake. We're going to fix it. But this is not what it is. So in my opinion, Nate is not perfect. He is a little brokish, and y'all need to help him get his stuff together. Even if he have people around him. You guys may want to suggest it to make y'all comfortable. You want to take a finance class? Make sure you take a finance class. Even though you know that he's not going to be directly in charge of money and that the people around him is going to be able to stop his ass just like her when you have the other right people around him. That's why you have to choose the right trustees. So this is a family affair. This is a family affair. So I did have to speak of the mess. I think I hit everything, and y'all got a little bit of extra because I did not know that mess was going to start. The goal was to talk about what happened. Jedidiah did not have a knife. It was a mic. We clarified that. Also, Tiffany's response and her lawyers is beyond horrendous and disgusting. He should lose his bar license for the numerous lies and the omissions that he showed, as well as showing the total disrespect of someone going through a mental health crisis. They showed that video too damn long. That video was long as hell. You ain't show the fight long, but you show this man with a gun to his head. And I think that's what made Random News get upset. Because even though I said that I don't mess with Jedidiah, I made a logical fact in just being honest and wholehearted and human that shit was unacceptable. They expected me to dig in people's ass and just be weird like y'all. I'm to speak the truth. Random News, if you was a human being and nice, I would have respect for you. That's why I have the respect that I have for a Critical Smoker. He know how to be a human being. He may not like me. I don't even know how he feel, but he sure enough don't act like a fool like your dumb ass. Random TV, Reality Check TV. I don't know if he like me or don't, but he don't act like a fool like your dumb ass. Burgundy Blue, don't know if she like me, but she don't act like a fool like your dumb ass. Random News. That's why we have a mutual ground of respect, and people don't know how to take me because they don't know, oh, she's on her side, his side. I'm on nobody motherfucking side. I'm on the side of righteousness. So while I'm saying that, let's finish off because I'm going to give y'all some words from the Torah, from Hebrews, on how they act, what made them find God. You need to listen, and you guys need to find God. How about that? Made the ugly come out with me.
I'm Cara Wilson. I'm the mother of Alexis Wilson, killed by Dolton, Illinois police. At the time that my daughter was killed, Tiffany stood in front of a microphone much like this and said that she stood with the cops and they did do the right thing by killing my 19-year-old child. Not only did she not take those words back, she didn't offer her condolences. She's never said anything. The first thing she did was hire this group of security guards to surround her and PR. So the real reason Tiffany has security is hiding from accountability about what she said about Alexis Wilson when she was killed. Now, if you watch the coverage of this murder, these officers violated her rights, reached in her car, jumped in her car, and put 7 bullets in my child, 2 in her head and 5 down her side. And the next day, you guys tried to spin it like she did something. Watch the video. She did nothing to deserve this. And again, last time they brought up Alexis, she's doing what she does now. Look this way, look that way, every way, but at the person talking. You don't give a damn, and you never did, and you never acted like it. She called out a whole press conference to call my daughter a criminal, and Homewood Flossmoor graduate with no criminal record. But Tiffany, you have one.
Drunk as yeah,スライドするお前の地元にスライドするスライドする
Imagine if my small business blew up overnight and I woke up to some sales. Boost this video so people who like my products can find me.
Algorithm. Where you at, bitch? Because I'm tired of posting viral content and getting 2.5 likes. We finna fight, ho.
Here we go. Love you guys and good night. Shout out to the Hebrews. We changing everywhere. How about that? The